Hi guys!
Hi!
It's Anj Pri. Welcome to our channel. For those of you who haven't watched us before, please check out our Instagram as well if you're not already following us at Anj Pri. So again, because lots of you have been asking us to do like makeup style videos, we thought we'd also do one on our favourite drugstore products. And I actually used to work at Superdrug during school, which I'm very proud about.
She loves it. You know, when we were in Vegas, I overheard you telling one of the other girls, so I used to work at Superdrug. And that was at Chanel, and she was literally like, that's so cool. And she was like, really impressed.
Yeah, I loved it because that's actually where I first got into makeup, because I worked on the makeup aisle, so my job was to literally help people with makeup and like fill up the like stands and stuff. So that's why I kind of got into all of it. So like that's why till now I still like going to Superdrug all the time, and I still buy like lots of their products because I've tried loads of them out.
You introduced me to drugstore makeup.
I did, I really did. So yeah, so we thought we would show you our favourite products and the ones that we still regularly use, even though we do use lots of products like MAC and NARS and everything else, but these are like our favourite ones that we always get. Okay, Ange, do you want to start?
Yeah, so Priya introduced me in uni, so I was never a drugstore kind of gal, but because I didn't really
You also didn't really wear loads of makeup, to be fair.
No, not really, not when I started uni. So the first one is, loads of people always say that they like my eyebrows because I think they're quite dark and they're quite like defined, but that's just because I've got quite a lot of hair on my eyebrows and I've always kept them quite thick. I was thinking of getting them microbladed just to get more of an arch there and a bit of length there. So if any of you have got that done, please drop any comments below and any recommend for microblading. We would really love to hear it, and if that is something I do, I will give you I will do like a vlog of it. But yeah, sleek makeup, which is it's not just Superdrug that they do.
I think they just continued it at Superdrug. I think only like Boots do it now.
So Boots do it.
Yeah.
So basically this is, it looks like a bit of a mess, but it's just an eyebrow, like a wax kit. So what it's got, it's the brow kit and it's got a powder in it as well as like a wax. So what I always do, I use it with, I think I bought the brush. Oh, I didn't bring the brush. Okay, I use it with like a thin angled brush. It comes with like a little tweezers and a little angled brush, but I use like one with a long angled handle. I always use the wax first, and then I'll go like under my eyebrow, like to get that definition there, and then I'll use the powder one to go in between the gaps just to make it look more dense. And I'll also use the angled brushes are really good because I also like to extend the tail of my brow, because a lot of people probably have the same problem where they've got their brow just stops quite short. I don't get any hair growth here. I'll just take the angle of the brush if you follow my nail, and I'll just literally go like extend it down. But this one's really good. I got the shade that's a bit dark. I got extra dark by accident. So they're looking extra dark at the moment, but normally I get dark, which I think is what you get. It's more of like a brown. Priya's got lighter brows than me. Come forward. Priya's got lighter brows than me, so actually what I probably need is a mixture between the dark and the extra dark. But I use the dark, and I just use more of the wax rather than the powder because it looks a bit light on me. But yeah, this is a great product. It's really cheap as well, and it lasts ages, and it's just really, really good. So
really good quality, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. The wax, the texture of the wax is really easy to use, and as long as I do feel like if you have the right brush, you can make your eyebrows perfect no matter what they look like.
And also it doesn't dry out, I don't like, you know, like normally some stuff does. Okay, so moving on to my product.
Sorry guys, always got the back code.
This is the L'Oreal La Vie en Glow highlighter kit. I know we've done a video recently on highlighters, but this is also a great day-to-day one. And Huda Beauty actually voted this as her best drugstore highlighter, and this is really good for like you know, like if you want to wear it to work, or you know, like a daytime lunch, or even like on top of like a heavier kind of highlight that you've got. It comes out really nice, and it comes with like 4 colours. Sorry, the last one's like finished, but you can see like the range of colours. And actually what I do when I use it is I just brush all the way along, so I get a mix of all of them and then I put it on. So
what's that shimmer brick? Yeah,
a bit like the Bobbi Brown shimmer brick. So it is really, really nice, and it's only like £10, so I'd really recommend this, and it's very long lasting, and really nice for like a natural day look. And then go on. Okay,
so we are going to talk about this NYX or NYX colour correcting palette. The only thing I would say about getting a colour correcting palette is, depending on your skin tone, you probably won't use all of them. So I personally, the other one I love, I tend to use a little bit more than this one, but this one is a lot more reasonably priced, is the Urban Decay Peach Colour Corrector. Is really good. So a lot of the different colours in there, people don't know what they're for, so I'm just going to go through like what they're meant to be for. So the green one is really good for like areas of redness, so like inflammation. So you know when you get like those annoying spots that are just like either you've just picked them or like they're just quite inflamed. They're really good for areas of inflammation and areas like that. You can just kind of like dab it on first before you put any foundation or whatever over the top of it. That's what that one's for. The lavender, so like the purpley one, is for correcting any, if your skin's got like a yellow undertone to it, it works really, really nicely for any like dark spots. The pink is good if you've got really fair skin tones. Now, neither me or Pri are that fair, but if you are, I'm very jealous. But which is a bad stigma, by the way. But anyway, the pink is good if you've got fair skin and you've got any dark circles, so like under concealer, things like that's really good. And then you've got the more peach one and the more kind of like deeper peach one as well, which are really good for like, that's what I would use, that's what Priya would use for like our kind of skin tones where you've got like, can you see like I've got quite a lot of darkness underneath. I've tried to conceal, but like it's good to use under concealer, so I would use a bit of that first. You only need, if you're good at colour correcting, you just need to use a tiny amount, a little bit. I let it sit into my skin while I do my eyebrows, so it just kind of like, I feel like it just soaks in a little bit better. You literally need the tiniest amount on the exact bit that is dark or that you want to conceal, because if you put it on the rest of it, it's just going to look bad and it's going to hit the light wrong. So use it on those bits. Then I'll like blend that in with like a fluffy brush. And then I'll go over it with, then I'll put concealer and go down that road. I normally put, I don't know if this is correct, if there's any MUAs watching, which I know lots of them follow us. Very sorry if I've done anything wrong. But I normally put the foundation on first, under my eye as well, then I'll put the colour corrector on. I don't know if that's the right way of doing it.
I think you're supposed to, some people put the colour corrector, then
foundation, then concealer. Yeah, so I can't remember which actually way around I do it. Yeah, I don't actually know which way around I do it. I sometimes skip it, like I sometimes don't use it. I haven't used the colour corrector recently.
Also, speaking about that palette, like if you do feel like you only will use one of them, they also come in like separate ones. So like I've just borrowed my sister's one because she uses the orange, so it comes in like a little pot and she just uses the orange for like areas of like darkness and redness. So it's good if you just want to buy like one shade because you're not going to use all of them. They come individually.
It doesn't actually say that it's a colour corrector, by the way, just so you know when you're buying it. It says full coverage concealer, and it says an orange. Yeah, is the shade. So if you're trying to buy that.
Okay, so my next one. So obviously, again, working at Superdrug, there was always a mascara on sale, and I would generally, throughout my like 4 years there, shout out if my assistant manager is watching, she's one of my really good friends now, so she'd be really happy me telling you about this story. But every month there'd be a new mascara on sale, so we'd both try them and then like give our reviews on it. And after trying all of the like drugstore brands, I really love all L'Oreal mascaras. So I have a massive collection, but because my eyelashes, you can't see now because I've had my lashes done for Vegas, but they're very like straight and long, so they don't really curl. So I find it quite hard to get like good voluminous kind of lashes, but I find the L'Oreal ones are really good, in particular the double-ended ones. They've got quite a few like this. So the double-ended ones, basically they have like a white bit.
What it's called?
So they're called a few different things. They come in a few different colours. It's usually called like double extension, extra black, and this one's called false lash. But you'll see it because it will have two ends. So they're the ones that are like really good. So they usually come like, so you put one layer on then the other, and then this one usually will
this one's really good.
Yeah, you're like, so the white end you put on first, and that will like lengthen and separate out the lashes, and then the black end is what gives obviously the volume and the colour. It's really, really good. And they've also got like another one like double-ended, which also has, instead of it being straight, it's like curved, so you can like push the lashes up.
So you use the white, then the black, and then what would you do?
And then after, I would sometimes go over it with like another mascara, and again like all of the L'Oreal Volume Million lashes, they come in like a few different colours and styles, like extra black, extra volume, etc. I would usually put that on top to like give it an extra coat of volume. So these, to be honest, and I know like when we did the mascara recommendations, a lot of people said L'Oreal Telescopic.
Yeah.
So that's, I haven't actually tried that one in a while, so I can't remember what that's like, but a lot of you said it's really good. So that's always another option that you could put on like after if you wanted to like lengthen them more. But I think these are really, really good quality and like really reasonable, and they're always on 3 for 2, FYI. So it's really good to like bulk buy, which is what I do. I'll buy like all 3 and then I'll be done for like the next few months. So yeah, I really, really like these ones.
I remember when you were in uni and I was always like, I was like, oh, like your eyelashes look fake. And she was like, no, they're literally my lashes, and it was like this thing, and then she taught it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I big you up so much. It's so ghastly.
I know, I really do.
But okay, next one I'm going to talk about is another sleek one. So basically, they do loads of different palettes. Like they do tons now of like contour and highlight type palettes. But these are the ones. This was one I use. It's And also Afreen got me, my friend Afreen also got me, like, she introduced me also to like contouring, and she got me their sets as well. This is the contouring and blush palette. It just says Face Form, and basically I don't know what happened to me the day I went, but I got my top ups of both of the sleek stuff, and I got the wrong colour in both. But anyway, we're going to talk about it. This is dark, but normally I would wear medium.
Yeah.
But what it's got in it, it's got a contour in it, and actually this is the only contour powder that I actually ever use. So like even with the other like highlighters, I only ever use this contour. I don't know why, I just do.
Contour, yeah.
And then I don't use that highlighter though, but it is nice for a day highlight, and I have used it because I don't know if I mentioned before, I've got this thing about buying palettes and then only using like 2 out of 4 of them, particularly when they're expensive brands, or even if they're not, it's just a waste. So this one is a good one for that. And again, like as far as bronzer / blusher goes, I only ever use this one, but in the medium, like the equivalent one. It's really, really nice. It lasts ages, and with stuff like bronzer and blusher, you go through it quite quickly, so it's nice not to spend a fortune on it every single time and to have this like giant one. So this one's really, really good. It might be worth getting the dark and the medium because they're only about £10 each anyway, and the dark one is quite good for the contour. But yeah, they're really, really good. So I'd use them in like the standard kind of highlight contour sort of way. I'm assuming people know how to do that.
And this is like, so if you didn't want to get the one with the bronzer, they've also got the one with just the contour and highlight, which is the one that I have because I prefer my matte bronzer. So they're quite good that they come in like different varieties. So
yeah, they have loads. Some are like 6 of them, some are 3. Like
yeah, and this is in medium, so that's like where you can see there. So that's probably the shade that's kind of for like most like Asian skin tones. But to be honest, like dark you can kind of blend out anyway, so it's not the end of the world even if you get it in dark.
And again, for like holiday, it's quite nice to have both, because
like
then you can like mix them.
Yeah, so we really love Sleek. Sleek is amazing. Okay, and then the last thing that I have to talk about is eyeliner. So actually, thank you to you guys because you recommended this when I was asking for a new eyeliner. So it's the Maybelline. Let me try and put it in focus for you. Maybelline, it's Hyper Precise All Day in black, and I literally love it. So literally, again, since my Superdrug days, I would only use L'Oreal, their one with the wand, but I kind of found like it was drying out, so I'd have to like keep getting new ones maybe like every month. And I just kind of kept doing it because like once I like something, as Anj knows, I'll just stick to it. And then I kind of realised it was ridiculous that it was drying out so quickly. So then when I asked you guys, literally the majority of you said this one. And I was a bit like unsure because it comes as a pen, and I wasn't really sure because I'm used to using like a wand and like dipping it in. But I love it. And the one that I've actually got, I got at the beginning of when I went travelling, so like May, and it's like lasted me until now, like, and I haven't needed to buy a new one. It hasn't dried out.
And you use it like every day?
Yeah, I use it like most days, and it comes out really nice. And like really precise, it doesn't like smudge, and really reasonably priced. Again, I think it's like £6 or something, and just lasts such a long time, and I just can't believe that I didn't like stop using my L'Oreal one like sooner. So thank you to you guys, and I would like 100% re-recommend this to anyone that wants like a good day-to-day eyeliner. What do you use? Do you use eyeliner?
One of the ones that you told me.
Okay.
So one of the, maybe not Maybelline, but like
one of the ones.
The one that you used to use, I used
the
that.
L'Oreal one, yeah. Well, I think when
the L'Oreal one, I use
when
that.
you finish
but
that,
I don't really like eyeliner that much. I know I'm like a weird person, but I'm really bad. I tend to have like lashes on a lot of the time.
Yeah, with lashes you don't need it.
So I don't really, I don't like
really
wearing it. A lot of people do, but I don't.
It's really fiddly to get over.
I also don't wear eyeliner day to day. Like I've got into this habit now of like for work, and so I don't wear any eyeliner, nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our drugstore. We sound so American. Well, I want to be American.
Yeah, I know.
Those are our drugstore recommendations. But we hope that it helps, especially because as a girl, makeup is so expensive. Like we all know because we've all been to Sephora and we all go wild and buy loads of stuff. And it is expensive, so it's good to have a mixture of products, not just from the really high end stuff. Foundations and things, I think, you know, I personally, I know it sounds bad, but I prefer spending more on foundations and things just because I feel like in my head they're better. I don't think they are, but in my head they're better.
I don't know if they're better. They probably have more of a variety of shades, whereas like the Superdrugs and the Boots, they will probably, especially for like darker skin tones.
Oh, the L'Oreal True Match is meant to be incredible, by the way.
Yeah, no, that is good. But again, I find it doesn't have as quite the variety as like MAC does or NARS does or like Bobbi Brown. So that's the only difference that I found. So I remember being really excited when I left Superdrug and could finally go to MAC and afford to buy my first like real foundation. So yeah, but they are really good quality products. And to be honest, I think like that's the reason that we still like use them day to day, because they are like genuinely really good and they last a long time. And they're really affordable. So yeah, I hope you guys found this useful. Let us know if you guys have any good like drugstore products that you'd recommend, and we can share them. And yeah, thanks for watching,
Take care, guys.
Bye.